What's up, guys? Welcome to Uncut Thoughts. This is breaking news with your boy Wave, Tyler, Authentic, whatever you want to call me. Um, this first week with this conflict between the U.S., Iran, and Israel has been nuts. There's a lot of key breaking developments. For those who live in my region in Massachusetts, we're surrounded by the left media, so you're going to hear things that it's not true. You're going to hear things that are true. So I'm kind of just doing this for you guys so that way I'm pointing out what's true and what's not true. Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, whether you're someone who does not support this in Iran, the strikes, and or whether you're a Republican or conservative and you do support helping the Iranian people or your support for Trump or MAGA, whatever it is. So key developments. We have hit Iran's navy pretty hard. Reports from our establishment, our USA, and our leaders have said that air security has been a key part in this takeover so far of Iran. I got some key notes written down I wanted to read to you guys almost from this other screen that I have here. One of the biggest developments in the first week has been control of the skies that the USA has. The U.S. and Israeli aircraft moved quickly to destroy Iran's air defense network, which is key because Iran has drones and they have all this shit. They have shit that can cut off communications, also Wi-Fi, anything, disrupt our services. So reports suggest that roughly 70 to 80% of Iran's key air defense systems were disabled during the initial wave of strikes. So that was just the first day. It gave coalition aircraft the ability to fly deeper into the Iranian territory with far less resistance from Iran. Key. In military terms, that's called air superiority. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. And it's one of the most important advantages in modern warfare. Once you control the skies, you control the battlefield. You're up from above, you're looking down. I'm sure you guys know where this is going. Now, the naval battles in the Persian Gulf, while airstrikes were happening inland, another major front, opened in the Persian Gulf. Iran's navy attempted to deploy ships, missiles, boats, and submarines, and threatened shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz. One of the most important oil checkpoints in the world. So that's where you're getting those key points from Democrats and the liberal side, and the anti-Trump regime, saying that our oil prices and gas prices are about to just go crazy. Now, Trump has said that we're going to use military and the Navy to guide these cargoes of oil and, everything we need through that strait. So offering almost security, insurance that, how all the news reports are saying that shit's about to spike up prices and stuff. Trump's assuring that it's not going to. We're going to see. By the end of the first week, reports suggest that more than 20 Iranian naval ships have been destroyed. They're at the bottom of the ocean. Iran often uses swarm tactics. We're also hit while docked at those bases along the coast. Some analysts say a large portion of Iran's operational navy has effectively been neutralized. So you're going to hear reports that we haven't knocked out their complete navy, but basically in terms, most of it's destroyed. And this is on the first day, the first 3 days, I wanna also give an update on the casualties because I think this is the most important. These are people that are losing their lives. Whether you're a Trump fan like me, or whether you're a Democrat or whatever you support, or just I feel like we're heading into dark times. We're forgetting how important human life is. It doesn't matter if you live in Iran. It doesn't matter if you live in China, and it doesn't matter if you live in Russia. We're all humans. You know what I'm saying? And you have one life, as far as I know, and it sucks that there's casualties, and it's gonna pain me to say this, but the human cost has already been significant in this in the first week alone. Early estimates are saying 1,200 to 1,300 of Iran's military personnel and civilians are killed. First week on the strikes. On the U.S. side, we have a total of 6 Americans of today, but now, as I'm getting news an hour ago, we're up to 7. I want to shout out to all the U.S. souls who lost their life in this first week. I pray that this is going to be for better intentions for Iran and helping that regime. Another thing that I'm learning as I'm doing more research in the country is, I wouldn't know if it's split half and half, 50 and 50, but I would say the majority of the people in Iran want to be free from this regime. I'm seeing a lot of videos of the bombings that we're doing in the strikes. They're not in civilian areas. We're hitting the military areas. This is done by professionals. Professionals. So trust, guys, that we're trying to free the Iranian people, and they're celebrating as these bombs are coming down, saying Trump, Trump, USA, because this regime has been killing them. We were once allies with Iran. So I know it's not going to make sense to a lot of people, especially not the Trump supporters, why we're doing this. I know a lot of people like me and conservatives and Republicans who voted for him. We voted for him because we wanted the wars to stop in hopes that he'd stop the Ukraine war. So I do see the talking points of the Democrats because we voted for a president not to get us in wars, but to get us out. But I need you guys to understand that this is the objective of this, of Epic Fury, is to not have a boots on war. China's in a little bit of a tough position. They really are. And Russia's in a tough position because we already got Venezuela oil in Venezuela, which China is on the back fence of how they're going to handle that. It was a major hit to China. And Russia can't afford really to dabble into this war because they're having a tough time with Ukraine. So whether you're a Trump fan or not, Trump is playing 3D chess. And they roughly killed between 13 to 20,000 protesters in Iran. Iran's regime cut off the Wi-Fi. They killed all the protesters that were trying to get, overthrow their government because the people there are sick of it. And whether you choose to agree with Trump or not, Trump is trying to help the Iranian people the same way Democrats wanted Biden to help the people of Ukraine. So don't be hypocritical now. That's why I'm doing these breaking news updates. It's just to show what's hypocritical and what's not hypocritical. Now, although I am not happy with our tax monies going to these bombers that are bombing the shit out of Iran, I am happy that it gives a chance for the Iranian people to be free, elect new government, and maybe have a better life and potentially be allies with the United States again. God bless the United States of America. God bless my president. I'm always going to support every president. Now, statements from the U.S. leadership during the first week suggested several possible goals before I end this segment. And I want to give you guys what the goals are so you guys are hopeful on why we're doing these things. It's destroy Iran's nuke missile capability. All the proof is out there. They were close to it. They basically had nukes. They did. The uranium, there was underground bases. They're hitting them right now. They're finding even more underground bases. We're finding weapons we didn't even know Iran had. Now imagine if, let's just say, Kamala or Biden was in office. Iran would have they would have been building this right now. We would have never knew if Trump actually didn't take an initiative. When we're trying to neutralize naval threats in the Persian Gulf from a USA perspective. Pressure political change inside Iran. We obviously know this has been done before with regimes with the CIA, the United States. We're all accustomed to this. This is nothing new in life. There was also controversial statements suggesting that the U.S. could play a role in choosing Iran's next leadership. As I heard today, the Iran leader that we just killed, his son is about to be the new successor. The United States and Israel and the world powers are not going to let that happen. If we just did all this work to wipe out these leaders, why would we let the leader's son, who's alive, take over the regime? It's not going to happen. I give it 2 to 3 days. Rest in peace. There were also controversial statements suggesting that the U.S. could play a role in choosing, I don't know. Oh, did I get on that? Yes, I just said that. I'm sorry, guys. Let me wrap this up. After 1 week, we're already looking at thousands of strikes, major naval losses for Iran, a crippled air defense network, as I just told you, in a region on edge. The real question is what comes next. Will this conflict stay contained between Iran or Israel and the United States? Will it expand into something much larger, involving other powers in the region? We don't know. That's the biggest question the world's watching now. Thank you guys for tuning into this uncut update. let's try to, even if we can't get world peace, let's at least try to free the people who want world peace. And if it comes with the sacrifice of helping the Iranian people, we were doing the same thing for the Ukrainian people. I love you guys. Thank you, President Trump. I support you. God bless America.